What's up, everyone? My name is Nadia, this is Dirt, and this is GizTube. And today on GizTube, we are going through King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard's 2024 North American Tour. Today, we are talking about their show in Minneapolis, Minnesota from September 3rd at the Armory.
Wow, great intro there, Nadia. Thank you.
It's a mouthful. Saying Minneapolis, Minnesota is honestly, I think, the hardest part of that
Who
intro.
named that city?
Well, they also wanted to name it St. Paul, I think. So there was like, you know.
Oh, because there's a rivalry,
Oh,
right?
we don't know. I don't know. Is there?
I don't know.
King Giz was wondering that too.
Yes, exactly.
Anyways, before we get into this show, and oh my goodness, what a show, we're going to toss it to our friend Amicus, who's going to break down the set list for us from this fantastic night at the Armory. Amicus, take it away. What you got?
Alright, it's time for the Amicus Setlist Breakdown for the boys' show in Minneapolis. We start microtonal, we get a plura, we get a 1, and we get a nuclear fusion. And the attendee that gets to do the nuclear fusion intro, his name is also Joe. It's a nice little moment. We then get the recitant raconteur, setting the mood for the Lord of Lightning and Cellophane. Then we get a crazy bust out of Mystery Jack, 138 show gap since they last played it. Then we get a new song, Antarctica. We get Ambergris, which flows into an epic hypertension. We get the title track, Flight B741, and another song off that album, La Risque. Then the table comes out. We get Thea, we get the Silver Chord, we get Grim Reaper, and then we're supposed to get Magenta Mountain, but something is going wrong with Joey's synth or modular, whatever. And it becomes a jam called We're Doing It Together. But on the printed set list, it was supposed to be Magenta Mountain, but it's kind of this fun, weird little jam. We then get Plastic Boogie into This Thing, which goes into Am I in Heaven, which was added to the set list. It's not on the printed set list, to make up for the loss of Magenta Mountain. And then the boys end metal, getting a supercell, and closing with Motor Spirit, baby. All right, drink the fucking gas and Caliph. Back to you, Dirt Nadia.
All right, thank you so much, Amicus. So, Dirt, it's our turn now. Woo! Okay, let's get to our superlatives. So, Dirt, first superlative of the show, top 3 songs. Dirt, what were your top 3 songs from this loaded set list here?
It was a loaded set list. We got it all from intro microtonal to finishing heavy metal with the Motor Spirit, which is actually not going to make my top 3 this time. I am sorry, Motor Spirit, to do this to you, but I gave it to you 2 nights ago in Nashville, so I gotta give a little break right here, even though King Giz didn't give it a break playing it. But anyways, top 3 songs. Number 1, The Silver Chord.
Woo.
Like, how long was this song? Over 15 minutes for sure. Amazing song. Actually, while we were streaming it on their YouTube, it was long enough that 2 commercial breaks happened during it. So that's how amazing it was. So yeah, Silver Chord's number 1. Number 2, I had Am I in Heaven? This was just an awesome one. I think it was just more awesome because, yeah, it wasn't on the set list, right?
What
right,
a
Amicus?
treat.
Yeah.
What a treat.
Like, come on, that's the one they decided to pull out that's not on the set list. So, yeah, it was an awesome Am I in Heaven? And then third, I had Ambergris. A little bit of a deep cut here, but I love how they do that really funky intro jam, and Joey's like, give it to me a cookie. And yeah, it has such a cool groovy vibe to it that like no other King Giz song really matches what Ambergris brings to the table, in my opinion. So that's a special one for me.
Yeah, they kind of gave it that long intro in the beginning with Cookie getting funky on the keys. Like, I love that they gave it that moment. Yeah, so
what were your top 3 keyword 3 songs?
So Dirt and I were talking about this before the filming, actually, and I was like, okay, I've got like 8 top songs. We got to figure this out. Challenge for me, definitely I'm not going to order them 1, 2, 3. They're just my top 3, okay?
Fine.
Mystery Jack, our bust out of the show. Woo. I mean, Mystery Jack is one of my favorite King Giz songs. I love that surf rock vibe.
That was one of your favorites from the get-go.
Yes.
I feel like.
Like the first time I heard it, I was like, what is the name of this song? This is my new favorite song. So hearing them bust that one out was just so fun. And at the end, they said, thanks for letting us do that. And I'm like, thank you for doing that. That was so good. I also had Silver Cord in my top 3 as well. I couldn't not.
Fair.
I cried. I cried during the Silver Cord. Like,
she did.
Tears were coming down my face.
We need to do a list of the top 3 songs you cried during, because honestly, I would love to see someone try and name the songs that King Giz plays that she does cry. They're not the songs you would expect.
Nope, not the songs.
I don't know what songs would be expected to cry during.
Well, Silver Cord, I cried during the part where everything drops out and Joey's just like singing the chorus
very like
a cappella.
Vulnerable for Joey.
Yes, that's what I think makes me cry. Is like it feels vulnerable, it feels raw.
Joey is in the spotlight pretty much by himself for a good stretch.
Yeah, and I love it. I love that moment. Yeah, when that moment hit, I just like started getting weepy. My next song in my top 3 is Hypertension. I mean, that one was a journey. I listened to it again this morning, and it's about 20 minutes long, and you go everywhere. And you come back a changed person.
That song is incredible.
Yeah, so there's
Good
my top 3.
I like your top 3.
I have some honorable mentions as well, but wow.
But who needs to hear those, right? Go listen to it.
All right, so let's move on. So, in continuing to talk about how amazing the show in this set list was, Dirt, what would be your peace song for this show?
This one was hard.
And it was a long show. It was like 2.5 hours, 2 hours,
like
40
almost
minutes.
basically like a bonus mini marathon set. I love how this like string of shows they're doing right now, minus the Nashville one, is like all pushing the boundaries of like what their curfew allows. Which this one they even said at the end that they went past curfew. So
you could they were moving through Motor Spirit for sure.
Yes, Motor Spirit was cooking.
So
but
Dirt, I bring that up to say, don't act like you wouldn't have to go pee during this show because it was a long show.
I know I would have anyways, at least to grab another Modelo or Pacifica or. I'm not going to say it. Don't want to spoil it. But we'll get to what Cookie's drinking in a sec. But yeah, this was a hard one. I went with another kind of deep cut only because I knew that the future Dirt, would get this song at Red Rocks this year. And that was Plastic Boogie. So I chose to go pee during that one.
Just because you knew you were getting it in the future.
Yeah,
okay.
I think if I heard it in the moment at the time I did, I wouldn't have wanted to leave. But knowing that I can see the future and that I would get it at Red Rocks, I would go pee during that song.
All right, that's
in
fair.
the set list.
I had a hard time choosing a pee song because obviously I just can't get over this whole set list. So I don't know.
Do you even pee?
That's a great question. I think I've said this in an episode before. I just would not drink anything, no water, nothing the whole day so that I didn't have to pee. But I feel like that's cheating, and I've used that excuse before. So I don't know. I even put this in my notes with a question mark. Thea? I don't know. And it's kind of strategic because it's a long song, and so like I could really quickly go pee and come back and like still hear the song, you know? So, I don't know, it's kind of strategy with that one, but I don't want to miss a second of this show.
Yeah, there's a lot more to this superlative than meets the eye.
Yes.
I'll say that.
All right, let's move on to our next superlative. This is a fun one. Best moment. Dirt, what do you think was the best moment from this show?
Oh, man. I mean, I think we agreed on this as just the overall best moment, but I don't even know how to describe it. But
so they pull the table.
You give it to us.
They're on the table, and they're trying to transition into what we later find out is Magenta Mountain.
Correct.
And Joey's synth just isn't working. We don't know why. We don't know how. It's just not working. So he's kind of just like, cut it. Like, let's move on.
Can't do this song.
And all of it, you can tell he's frustrated. Of course, his instrument is not working on stage. Stu just starts improvising lyrics. The rest of the band just starts improvising a jam, and it becomes the song. We're doing it together. And the lyrics were awesome because Stu says, sometimes our shit doesn't work, but it doesn't matter because we're doing it together. And it's just like, I love this band. I love this band. Like, that is like such a core pillar, I feel like, of their existence.
Yeah.
It's just like, it doesn't matter because we're doing it together. Like, we're in this together. Like, that's all that matters. And and then he keeps going on to say, like, I love you so much. I love you so much. It was just a really, really cool moment.
And a cool jam. Just complete. And I know they improv already, but like within the structure of songs that they already have written and know, This one was like complete improv song, improv jam into a song. Like, I'm sure they do that all the time in the studio, which would just be like awesome to hear.
Well,
like,
we did hear it.
We heard what they can do, and it was so much fun. Yeah, it was a great combo, and they all just, I love them.
I don't know, it just,
Good
you
job.
saw them
Well done.
move through a challenging, frustrating moment, and I don't know, it was cool to witness.
Not the modular.
I mean, I've heard people say that was their best moment of the whole tour. Like,
Wow.
it was something special, and I do think it speaks to the type of people that they are, the love that they have for each other, and it was very cool.
And also
So-
the freedom that they just embrace with their
Yes.
music. It is true from like how they just give it away to how they even do these live streams to how they play together. You can tell they are just free-spirited. Like, music is a gift that they are giving and providing for people. So thank you, King Giz.
Yes.
This was a little rant there, but best moment could be the best moment of the tour, like you said.
I agree.
It was special. It was special.
That was a special moment. I also had on here, I loved when Ambi does a little breakdance move after his verse in La Risk.
I mean, we got to show that here.
I know,
Like, it's
yeah.
so good.
Like, I'm gonna start practicing that. He said Raygun taught him everything he knows. I'm gonna say Ambi taught me everything I know when I can do that.
Yeah.
It was cool. All right, next up we have the best banter. What was the best banter from the night?
Yeah, so I think my favorite banter wasn't necessarily words spoken, but an emote. And that was Cav's laugh during La Risk, because Cav's really brought it this time. Like, what? Who put something in Cav's drink before this show?
Probably Ambi.
Because, yeah, he was like hyped to play La Risk, which I don't think is always the case when it comes to him doing his vocal part. But yeah, he really took up his little laugh.
Well, you know, I think
notch
he's
above
like
this time.
coming into it. Like,
Yeah.
he's had many shows to practice now, so like I think he was just like, I'm in the groove now. I know
He's
how to
got
do
it.
this.
Yeah. I also love his little chode microphone that he has to sing into.
Well, he's playing drums. It
quite
can't
funny.
be that big. My favorite banter of the night is when during this thing, Joey tells Terrence to light the pumpkins. He says, "Okay, Terrence, light the pumpkins."
I love how the audience just becomes just a different object.
Whatever.
One night. One night they were all donkeys. Tonight they were all pumpkins, like the pumpkin stains.
Yes, just whatever they feel. All right, next up we have our best dressed of the evening. So who showed up to the Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota? Best dressed?
You know what?
Tonight.
First of all, we have to do our new Stu count, which is the pink jumpsuit that he debuted in Chicago. And now we are on 2 shows in a row with the pink jumpsuit, but I'm still going to give it to Stu. I like it. It looks fresh right now. I don't think it doesn't need to be washed quite yet, as this was an indoor venue, so probably not.
You don't think he
sweaty.
needed to wash it after an almost 3.5-hour outdoor marathon set in Chicago, Illinois?
Nope, I don't think he washes it. As Joey said about the white singlet, that smells fucking crazy. But yeah, I think I'll give it to Stu this time. Everyone else seemed pretty low key dress wise. But what would you say, Nadia?
So I'm giving my best dress to Lukey. I know we've mentioned it before. Lukey's
other
always
jumpsuit.
he's always rocking the jumpsuits, but tonight he had on the black jumpsuit, and I specifically want a black jumpsuit just like that.
Yeah, where
So,
can we get one?
Thank you, Lukey, for the inspo. Hopefully we can match someday because I love it.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got the most anticipated superlative of the show. What is Cookie drinking? And this is a new one,
So irrelevant.
right? Ish. He has had
Ish.
this before.
It's definitely a bust out. I would say at this point we're 15 shows in. Right, they've done 3 marathon shows. So yeah, this is a bust out
I think
drink
you've had it
for
once.
a cookie once, but not this specific flavor, and that is orange LaCroix.
Yes.
Or LaCroix.
Cookie, you know
LaCroix.
what? I love LaCroix, but orange isn't really a flavor that we've explored.
No,
so maybe
it doesn't.
we need
Orange
to,
doesn't really pop with me. Give me
Maybe
like
we
the
need
key
to-
lime. Love the key lime.
Maybe we need to check it out. Maybe we need to give it another shot.
I don't know.
Because whatever Cookie puts out, I'm gonna take. So maybe we need to try it again. All right, next up we have our MVP of the night. Dirt. Wow. Who is your MVP of the night?
I don't know why that is funny, but I am gonna give it to Lukey. That's what I have in my notes here.
And why are you giving it to Lukey?
Because I do think he slays on that bass.
Lukey,
And he's so steady,
Consistent.
like consistent. I don't know if I can say that about Maybe Cavs next, but all the rest, their consistency can waver here and there sometimes, which is also why it's great. But yeah, Lukey is just so consistent, and yeah, it sometimes really stands out, and it stood out to me this show.
Yes, and someone even tried to give Lukey a bass pick during the show, and he set it aside because he uses a guitar pick. He's like, nope, not gonna mess with my formula. If it's not broke, I don't fix it. Yes.
And I got these glitzy, glammy basses up here.
My MVP of the night was Joey, and literally for that silver chord solo.
That made you cry.
Yes, that made me cry. He made me weep. So I have to give it to Joey. I mean, it was just a transcendental moment.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, we have our overall ranking for this show. The Weirdo Swarm over on kglw.net gave this show a 4.53 rating. Pretty good. Dirt, just lay it on me. What's the rating?
Well, it's an odd rating, I guess, but yeah, this show was awesome. So many great songs, probably like a top 8 you could have done, and yeah, you got it all from metal. You got one of my favorite metal songs, Motor Spirit. I didn't even put in my top songs. You got Hypertension, Silver Chord,
You're regretting
amazing.
it now.
Yes, I'm regretting it. But since they, back to the best moment where Joey's synth/modular messed up, and they had to kind of skip Magenta Mountain, I would give this show just Joey a new modular.
Oh.
I guess.
That's
my ranking.
Okay. All right. There we go. That's the ranking. Yeah, that is an interesting one.
It is.
I like it.
But it's a good one. Like, you don't understand, wouldn't he want a new modular?
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Probably.
It's great. Great ranking.
My ranking for the show, I think so far this might be my favorite set list of the tour. They literally had my favorite microtonal song. They had Hypertension. They had Mystery. So many of my favorite songs were on this set list. I just can't even handle it. Silver Chord is my favorite song off of Silver Chord. It's insane. So my overall ranking for this show is going to be 92 lines on my hand telling me I'm on track.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
92.
Little mystery jack there.
92 lines on my hand tell me I'm on track. Boys, thank you for this show. What a gift. I feel
and thank you for streaming it live. That's how we're watching it. We didn't go to every show on the tour, but we get to go back and rewatch every show with the soundboard mix. Thank you to the band.
I have a feeling I'm going to be watching this one again. If you were at the show, let us know in the comments. That venue looked sick. It also looked massive. That GA section was insane.
Yeah, what is it, like a hockey rink?
Tell us, what was it like? It looked so awesome. Did you love the set list as much as I did? We're doing it together live. You got a debut of a new song.
And then give us some inside info between the Minneapolis-St. Paul rivalry. Who's got the upper hand there?
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you next time. We will be doing the rest of the tour, so make sure you tune in. Peace out. Catch you next time.
I think we are in heaven now with this lighting. It's gotten so bright.
Am I in heaven?